Today I'm going to be opening an early Christmas present. It's something that I bought myself. I could not resist it, and I thought I would open it on camera so we can look at it together. So when I opened the package, this is how it came, so beautifully presented. And on here, you can probably guess what's going to be inside, but I have a couple of little paint samples, and I've just gone and bent it. Very clever. We've got apple and Shiraz. I'm just going to pop them to one side for a moment and we'll open it up, and then I'll talk about the company where I bought these from. But I just could not wait to do this. It's actually right at the end of November and I really just wanted to open them now because I can't wait for another month. So naughty. What beautiful paper. It looks like it's actually black paper that's got some of the, possibly that apple on there. But it looks like it's covered in these beautiful shimmering paints. So let's get it open and take a look. Here we go. So, the company is called Shimmer Drops and they are a local Melbourne company. They make artisan paints and they make shiny paints. That's their specialty. They're all handmade, and I will link the website down below so you can check them out. Looks like my tin's been very slightly dinged there. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. Never mind, I'm not going to worry too much about it, as long as the paint inside is intact. So I just took a look at their website and they said all of our paint is handmade in Melbourne, Australia. Each paint is packed with pigment to ensure rich colour saturation when painting. We make our own vegan binder using gum arabic, distilled water, vegetable glycerine and clove oil. I thought it was olive oil for a moment there. Each paint is hand mulled and takes between 2 and 4 hours or more to make, depending on the pigment. Recipes have taken months to perfect. Every half pan is filled multiple times to ensure it is filled to its maximum capacity, and we tap out air bubbles over several hours to eliminate air pockets as much as possible. So these are vegan, they're artist quality, and I cannot wait any longer to open this tin and check them out because I got a very special set. Oh wow, a little candy cane which I shall have to eat later. Let me gently open this. They've been very tightly wrapped with paper packaging, so they've not used any plastic, but look, it's an advent calendar. How cool is that? I saw it advertised in November and I just had to pick this up. They were not cheap, but I just thought it would be so much fun to open these on camera, and I'm actually going to open these during the first part of December, although I'm going to post the whole video just before Christmas, and that's because I am going to do a painting with them once I finished opening, but I thought it would be really fun to open one a day, so I'm going to start on the 1st of December and work my way through these until the 12th, and then I'll still have time to make a lovely painting with the colours that are in here. I don't actually know that much. I've seen a few things about the colours that are in the box, but I really haven't looked because I didn't want to spoil it too much. I don't know what's in here. I'm just going to open them one at a time and I shall bring you along on my advent calendar journey. I do love an advent calendar. I really loved opening the Diamonds ink vent calendar last year, but unfortunately they didn't do it this year, probably because of all the nonsense that's happened in 2020. So I found a different one to do. Oh, and also is this card that was in the package, so I'll just put that there for you to have a read, and you can see all of their social media links are there if you're interested in checking them out for yourself. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 red-nosed reindeer, 11 royal crowns, 10 sprigs of holly, 9 purple ash trees, 8 shining snowmen, 7 lips are sticky, 6 bees are bumbling, 5 flamingos, 4 crystal balls, 3 lime fruits, 2 cubes of ice, and an olive in a martini. Well, thank you very much. I'll be here on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Try the veal. That's enough silliness from me. Alright, so I've swatched them all out, and I was going to draw stuff on here, but I just decided I was way too lazy to do the black one as well as the white one. So here are all of the colours on white: olive ice, lime, crystal, flamingo, bumblebee, lipstick, snow, ash, holly, royal, and Rudolph. And can you see that they are shimmering? They're really lovely. I like them a lot. They're quite subtle colours. You do have to dig quite a lot to get a lot of pigment off them, but I find usually with the shimmery style paints, they actually go better over the top of other things. They are very transparent, and it's the nature of them. As you can see, they do look quite different on the black paper, so you can get quite a lot of different effects from them. They do usually have that interference quality to them, so when they're on the white paper you see the base colour, but then once they go onto the black paper you see that opposite or different interference colour as well. These were so much fun to paint. I actually genuinely did paint only one a day, so that was really fun. I had a good time for 12 days there. And now I'm going to do some actual paintings with them. I cut down 2 pieces of A3, so this was A3 as was this, so I had a piece of A4 white paper left and a piece of A4 black, and I'm going, should I paint on black or white, or why not do both? So that's what I'm going to do, one on each. Now on the white piece of paper I did use some other watercolours on the base. I grabbed my Daniel Smith paints out because they were out from a previous video, and I painted the base in the Daniel Smith, and then I've gone over the top with the shimmer paints to get that shimmery effect on them. On the black painting I've used only the shimmer paints, so yeah, let's check out the 2 videos for those and we'll see what I came up with. Up first is my white watercolour paper, and I decided to paint a Christmas beetle. Christmas beetles are so named because they turn up around Christmas time, and they also have a lovely, beautiful, iridescent green and kind of yellow with a bit of red colour in the shells. They're really pretty. They are found in, I think, if not all of Australia, in many regions of Australia, and some years you see quite a lot and other years you don't see any, but I always get excited when I get to see a Christmas beetle at Christmas time. So at the beginning of this I went over, as I said, with my Daniel Smith, and I just basically picked a selection of colours out of there. I think there's some transparent Pyrrole orange, some phthalo green light or something like that, and some yellow bits and pieces like that. It's a fairly limited palette, and I used Soda Light for the dark feet and other bits and pieces on it. Claws? I don't know. As soon as I start recording I tend to go blank on certain words sometimes, so yes, I do apologise for that, but you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Okay, in with the Shimmer Drops. I basically just went over the top of all of the colours with matching Shimmer Drops paints. So I used mainly the lime, the bumblebee, the lipstick, a little bit of the holly I think, and that's about it. Although I think I did cover the beetle right at the end with a few of the snow highlights just to make it shimmer some more, and I splashed the same colours in the background because I wanted the beetle to stand out on the white paper, but it just looked a bit bare, so I thought I would add a little bit of extra festive shimmer. And I'm just going over some of it with a black ink pen. I think it's a Uniball fine line or something like that, whatever came to hand. And yeah, you can see the snow going on there. Alright, on to the black one. Here we have the snow globe that I did, which basically I found a picture of a snow globe, I cut it out and I drew around it like a stencil onto the black paper, and I also found a cutout of
a reindeer because I have not done a reindeer yet this year, and I thought I would for this one being a wintry one. And then I just made up the colours entirely on the snow globe. I just thought I'd add a little bit of gold and pink down the bottom, more just so that I'm using some of the other colours in the set that I hadn't used on the Christmas beetle. And I found with this one that you could see how patchy that background went, and I don't know if it's a combination of the paper, being that it's not cotton. Cellulose paper tends to lift paint a lot more easily. I think the Shimmer Drops paint lifts really easily, and yeah, it was just a combination, so it went a bit patchy, I'm afraid. And the trouble was that as soon as I started painting over it, it lifted up that bottom layer, and so yeah, I just did not have a good time with that part, but I just did the best I could and left it a little bit patchy. It doesn't matter, it's meant to be a snow flurry, it's totally deliberate. Yeah, whatever. Then I splashed the silver paint all over the top, that's the snow, aptly named, and I went over all the black bits with black ink because the paper was just looking really matte and dull against the shimmering paint, so the black ink gives it a nice sheen. And that is what I did for this painting. Oh, and I just used a bit of pen to outline some of it as well. And yeah, I tried to mask that really patchy bottom part of it with a lovely golden pattern over the whole thing. It didn't turn out too badly in the end, I think.
And here are the finished paintings. These were so much fun. I just really had such a blast painting these. It was really cool working on black paper. I've hardly ever used black paper, and it's the first time I've really used watercolour paper, so this was an interesting experience. So first up we have the Christmas beetle, and on here I didn't colour the legs with much. You can see there's a few little patches where I've just added some of the snow to give it a little bit of a shimmer, but really I just wanted to focus on the shell because it's the shells that they have that are very iridescent. I found that the lipstick has quite a lot of granulation in it. It's very interesting. None of the others did, only the lipstick colour, so that was unusual. It's shiny. It makes me happy, and I like how the splashes in the background are really shimmery as well. I really love the gold bumblebee, that's so pretty. I think that's probably my favourite. And then with the snow globe, it came out alright. I'm happy with the splashes. I could have added some white ink to make it really come out, but I just wanted to showcase only the Shimmer Drops paints on this, and yeah, I had a good time. I did use a tiny bit of pen just to outline it, but that's fine, I think. So yeah, that is what I have today. So here's the paints. As you can see, I've used quite a lot, especially that gold, but these should last me for quite a long time, I think. Maybe I'll keep them in here just because it's a distinctive tin, and then I'll know that these are my shiny paints. So let me just bring out these ones as well, just to remind you. So that's all I have for today. I had a great time with these. They were really fun. I would definitely buy from them again because I know they have some other really cool colours. I think there was like a unicorn or a mermaid looking one which was green and pink, that real interference kind of colour, and so they are a nice little company, local handmade paints. I mean, how can you complain with that? So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so very much for watching today, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, that you have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, or whatever you want to be celebrating at this time of year. I hope you are safe and well. Let's all get through the holiday season together, and I will see you all again really soon in my next video. Swatch you later. Bye!